The cattle market. This is a big conversation in today's world, especially right now with the price of beef and this whole change with Argentina. My wife and I just had a 20-minute conversation about it because she was like, what are your real thoughts about it? So we had a great conversation. What she thinks, what I think. She was asking me like my honest opinion about Trump. So I'm going to start with that. My honest opinion about Donald Trump as our president in this current moment. People, there's a lot of things I don't understand. There's a lot of things we all don't understand. And one thing that I'm leaning on right now is having faith that the decisions that are being made are in the United States of America and we the people's best interest. And the reason why I say that is because from 2016 to 2020 was the greatest economy this world has ever seen. The cost of stuff was way down, wages were way up, like the country was producing, like it was incredible. And there was a lot of things that Trump was doing. He had to shift his focus because of COVID, all of those things. Like there's just so much to that I don't understand, we don't understand. Then he gets reelected. We had 4 years of the worst economy we've seen. Like it was awful. COVID was freaking ridiculous. Nobody talks about COVID anymore. Oh, yeah, because it was stupid. Anyway, one thing that I look at is I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, what some people call the Mormons. I believe in that faith. I don't understand everything that happens, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ. That is what I hold true to. Well, during COVID, the things that happened and how the church handled it, I didn't like it. I really did not like it. But one thing I had to lean on and have faith in is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And there are meetings, there are conversations, there are bills, there are rules, there are so many things that happen in everything. And I'm not a part of those meetings. I'm not a part of those conversations. I don't know what's going on with the government and the leaders of the church. I don't know what's going on with the government and the leaders of the Catholic Church. I don't understand those things. I'm not a part of those meetings. I don't understand why they make decisions the way they do. And they are making the decisions based off that information that I don't have. And I finally had to come to terms with that, with my faith, with the religion, with the church leaders, with all this. I'm like, you know what? The gospel of Jesus Christ is true no matter what. And that's what I'm going to lean on. I believe the fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ is within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the things that is taught, and the doctrines and the principles and the focus of family and all those things. I believe in those things, and I'm going to hold true to those things and understand that they're making decisions based off what they hear and what they know. And I got to have faith in that. The reason why I share that is because of I believe the same thing with Donald Trump. This whole change with importing more cattle and beef from Argentina and these other countries, a lot of people are mad about it. But guess what? We don't understand why that decision was made. I don't understand. I know that we have a massive shortage of beef. I know that the cow-calf operation numbers are way down. I know that the demand for exporting beef is greater than it's ever been, which causes problems. I know that the market price of beef is higher than it's ever been by a lot. Like, we are making more per animal than we ever have, ever, by a lot. It's really good. But guess what? Everybody complained when grocery prices went up. Well, think about it. Fuel prices went through the roof. Grocery prices and so many other things caused the rise of inflation in housing and groceries and all of that. Okay, so the cattle market is really, really high, which is great for us producers. My wife and I have some cows. Her parents have cows. We're involved in it, okay? It's great. It's awesome to sell a cow for flipping $4,000. It's crazy. But what is that going to drive? What is that going to cause? Like, is that sustainable? It's great for right now, but 4 years from now, is that going to cause other prices for things to go up that then everybody's going to be complaining about? Like, there is a cause and effect for everything. And so I look at this whole change in this importing more beef and all that. I'm like, there's a reason why they made those decisions. And guess what? I wasn't a part of those meetings. I wasn't a part of those conversations. I don't understand trade. I don't understand tariffs completely. I don't understand futures and all of these things. I'm learning, I'm studying, and I'm trying to understand, but I'm not an expert in these things right now. And so I'm leaning on, well, Trump did a really good job the 4 years we had him before. He's changed a lot of things right now. And there's a lot of things being fixed and corrected and looking to get better. And so I'm leaning on those things, having faith that the decisions being made are in our best interest. Now, it might suck for right now, and things might get a little bit worse before they get better. But I explain it this way. Have you ever deep cleaned your house? It's a mess, isn't it? You're pulling everything out of the cupboards and moving the couches and the beds and da-da-da-da. And it's like, whoa, hurricane, whatever, just hit our house. But then you wipe everything down, you clean it, you vacuum, you spray, da-da-da, whatever you do, and you put everything back, and then it's immaculate. It's a deep clean. It's clean. That's what I look at is what's going on right now. We are in a deep clean phase of the United States of America. Our government has been so corrupt. Our financial system is so corrupt. The Federal Reserve, the IRS, all of our politicians, you guys, it is bad. It is really, really bad. And I believe that Trump is making decisions based on getting these things cleaned up. And that's what I have faith in. Do I understand it all? No. But one thing that I am frustrated by is I've seen on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook a lot of agricultural producers complaining about the decisions being made. Like, oh, it should be America first. You guys, there's a reason why we are where we are. And if we continue to make the decisions that's been being made, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So sometimes you got to go through a little bit of a suck to get to things better. You got to go through the deep clean. Deep cleaning sucks. You ever deep cleaned your garage? Man, it's not that fun, okay? But you got to do it to get the results that you want. And I believe the decisions being made, they kind of suck right now. And it's frustrating. But I think we should stop being so critical on, well, we freaking voted for Donald Trump and now he's selling us out. Is he though? Do you truly understand everything that is going on? Do you understand it so well and from a knowledge-based point that you can for fact say the decision he made is a bad one? I can't. And all the people around me, I know can't either. They might be frustrated by the decisions, but we don't understand. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I'm like, what if the decisions being made a year from now is going to be the greatest thing that ever happened? We don't know. So the next thing is, how about we all become a little bit more educated? We understand what is going on, why it's going on, what's happening, how it works. Let's get a little bit better there. The other thing is, I've heard a lot of people talk about how the government needs to go after the Packers. Okay, there we go. That's where we can voice our opinions. If it's true that there's only 5 Packers in the United States of America, and they are practically the ones controlling everything that's going on, why don't we go after their throats? And the way we do it is by voicing our opinions, by talking about it, by using social media. Trump is on Twitter, X, whatever it is. So is everybody else. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That stuff gets back to everybody, you guys. So if there really is a problem with the Packers and whatever else is going on, how about we voice our opinions in that way instead of being quick to criticize something and a system that is trying to make it better? How about we educate ourselves to understand why they're making the decisions we are? And then how about we use our own voice, which we are all blessed with the opportunity of freedom of speech. How about we use that right and that freedom and voice our opinion to cause change? Don't you think if millions of agriculture producers all voice their opinion at the same time of where the problem really is, don't you think someone's going to hear that and see that? I do. There's a lot of things that have happened because of what's been talked about on social media. Like the election was very inspired by social media. Okay, so let's use these tools and resources to voice our opinions and share what is going on and then educate ourselves. The only reason why I see this perspective is because I'm dealing with the healthcare industry right now. I help people with health insurance and Medicare and have been since 2017, and it is a freaking mess right now. It is the biggest disrupting change I've ever seen. And I've only been in the industry 8 years. People that have been in 10, 15, 20, 30 years says it's the worst they've ever seen with changes and what's available to people. There's something that was just changed with Medicare, where Medicare will no longer pay for virtual visits. I see where people can be frustrated about that. It's like, well, dang, that was nice to have a doctor's appointment and stay at home. But I see it from a perspective of, I've watched a lot of these appointments happen, and I've honestly thought over the last couple of years, I'm like, is there any value happening there? Because the doctors are meeting, I've seen appointments, and I've even had appointments myself. I had a cold or whatever, and my insurance is billed still full price for an office visit. Now, some insurance plans have a virtual copay, some don't. It depends on the plans that you're on. But think about it. If a doctor's having an appointment every 10 and 15 minutes, but billing the same amount as if they were coming into the office, I can see why the government looks at this and is like, okay, is there real value happening? Or are we just using this because it's the quickest way to make money and whatever. So I can see their perspective where it's like, man, the government is spending a lot of money on these things. Are the results proving to be worth it? And so that's been changed here recently. So that's a decision that's frustrating for some people, but we got to see both sides of why the decision was made. Maybe it's not being as efficient as we need it to be, and it's costing the government a lot of money that is just starting to hurt Medicare and Medicaid and all these different programs that are available. So I look at this from the perspective of like, okay, yep, this sucks for some people, but maybe there's a reason why they're doing it, and maybe something's going to be corrected and fixed and come out, and it's going to be better in 6 months. And they're like, okay, we'll pay for it now, but here's the ruling and the regulation on it. There's a lot of that kind of stuff that we don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. And so I was having this conversation with my wife and shared this perspective, and she's like, okay, yeah, I see, we got to look at both sides. That's where I see it from. I'm very not incredibly knowledgeable about all these things. I'm trying to make understanding of it, trying to be informed, and just doing what I can every single day. But I think we need to be open-minded and look at these things from a perspective of why are they doing it, what is going on, and how can we be a influence for good in these things? How can we influence all of this for good and be a voice to make this better? Because the American people, America, the United States of America, the reason why it's so good is because we the people, because of the Constitution, because of all of these things. And it's we the people. That's the beautiful part about America, ladies and gentlemen. We the people. We are the ones that have the opportunity to be the voice of reason and good. So I wanted to share these things. I may say things different 3 months from now when I'm educated even more. I may completely say that this video is stupid. That's part of learning. That's part of growing. There's things that I did 10 years ago that I would never do today. But we get better, we learn, we grow, we expand. That's the goal of it. So I'm having faith in the right things are being done. Now, if down the road it's not being done, well, we need to make a change. We need to vote differently next time. But let's see how it plays out. You guys have the best day.